Daniel, it's Derby week. Well, I guess you're like Emma in the sense that you've seen this week from both sides. What does Melbourne Derby week, and more specifically Christmas Derby week, what does that feel like in the camp?
It's an incredible feeling. Obviously, the Derby is a big game. It falls on Christmas, like you touched on as well, which means all family, everyone's family is going to be watching. A lot are going to be at the game, so it's extra special. And it's the biggest game of the year, so we're super excited. Everyone's super excited, and I think it's going to be a great spectacle.
Coming into this game, a bit of a contrast in a few of the previous seasons. Victory are riding high at the moment. You're the only team in the league that's yet to lose. You had a great win over Sydney FC on the weekend. I guess, certainly, is it a fun place to be, Melbourne Victory, right now?
Yeah, at the moment it is. I'm sure it's with any workplace when things are going well, there's a good buzz around the place. Everyone's really happy, but more importantly, we're performing week in, week out, and I think that's the most important thing. Even the games where we weren't getting the 3 points, we were killing teams, but we just weren't. We didn't have that finishing touch, but I think now we're finding that.
Why are you performing so well? Last year, Victory were bad, and now you're not. What's changed?
I think it's difficult. I think there's a lot of things that go into a team. I think we've got some personalities now in the change room. We've got some leaders. People have stepped up. I think obviously you know what you're going to get with the boss. He's really tough, and we're all extremely fit. And I think with the addition of those personalities and the captains and people stepping up and bringing the leadership from outside the staff into the change room, I think that's been the biggest thing for us.
Yourself, Daniel, got the first goal last week as well. How good is that for your confidence, I guess, going forward, finally getting that sort of first goal now?
Yeah, I mean, I was getting a little bit anxious because, I was getting so close a lot of the times, but I wasn't quite hitting the target. So it was good to get there, get the monkey off the back and get my first goal, and hopefully more to come. Really excited, really happy with it.
Does it all feel a bit surreal that you've got Bruno lining up against Victory? Lining up against City and not lining up against Victory? I mean, you were playing obviously in that 2017 derby.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit of a strange feeling, but Bruno's my guy. He's a great goal scorer. He's a great leader, and I'm just happy to be side by side with him.
Bruno sort of blown you away by what he's doing at his age, coming towards probably the end of his career, but he's pretty best form.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's an absolute beast. You guys can watch the games. He's not just scoring goals. He's an absolute nuisance all over the pitch. He's holding off 2-3 players at a time, and he's just doing really well. His work rate is insane as well. So we're all really proud of him. We've seen him put the work in pre-season, and it's paying off for him now. He's a beast.
Would you love to see him get that call up to the Socceroos?
Absolutely. We'd be buzzing for him.
How do you replace him for 6 weeks if he leaves?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like I said, he doesn't just give us goals; he gives us a lot more than that. So I don't know. I'm going to leave that one up to the boss.
You yourself, Daniel, you're in very good form this season, and it's notable that not only your contributions offensively, but defensively, you're doing so much work as well. You can see you chasing back, sprinting back. How did you because obviously that's an area that you've been called to work on by previous coaches. What's clicked this season? Was it Tony's influence? Was it something that clicked in your mind? A combination? What happened?
I think it was a bit of both. Absolutely the boss, and then me just knowing that it's something that I need to do. But then I think more importantly than both of those is now that I have the physical capacity to be able to do that. There's a lot of times there's things you want to do in the game that you're just not able to because you're not fit enough, and doing a pre-season under the boss has helped me immensely, and I think now I've got the capability to do the things that I want to do on the pitch.
Talking about Bruno's soccer contention yourself, if not the Asian Cup, might be a long shot for that, but as World Cup qualifiers throughout the year as well, is a return to the Socceroos something that you're desperate to do, you're really hungry to do?
Absolutely. It's there's no better feeling than lining up in the national team jersey for your country. I'd be so honoured to be able to do that again, and it's something that I definitely have my eyes set on at the moment.
Spoken to sort of Graham and the selection staff about sort of where you see the national team?
No, I haven't spoken to them yet directly. Obviously, just waiting to hear about the announcement for the squad for the Asian Cup. Like you said, it's a long shot. I'd be really happy to get in, but I mean, if I keep performing and keep doing the things that I need to do, then I'm sure everything else will take care of itself.
Melbourne City are obviously not the all-conquering force that they've been in recent years. We're all maybe expecting them to come good at some point, but I guess how do you stop them from doing that this week?
It's a tough one. Melbourne City, the thing with them is they always have such incredibly talented individuals. I think it hasn't clicked for them yet so far this season. For us, it's just going to be about making use of, we're physically so much fitter than every other team in the league, and we want to put that to good use this weekend and just throw our weight around and play them out the whole 90 and see if they can keep up with us.
Obviously, it's going to be a huge occasion on the weekend. I think they're hoping for up to 25,000 people, if not more. But it is also the 1-year anniversary of the pitch invasion that took place last year. Obviously, you weren't here for that, but there are a number of boys in the Victory dressing room that were. Has that come up midweek? Has Tony told you to ignore it completely? Has he taken it head on? How are you approaching that? Because it is an elephant in the room.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't here for it, obviously, like you touched on. There hasn't been any mention of it in the change room, to be honest. I just think that's something that happened in the past. Obviously, it wasn't great, but we just leave it there. We look towards the derby this week.
Because Christmas derby, as I said, 25,000 people potentially. It's what this league needs, massive derbies with huge crowds, great atmospheres. I mean, you as a player, what does it feel like for you when you get these things? And I guess for you as a player, how important is it that we replicate that and get those crowds back?
I mean, it's incredible. For me, even such a difference from last season to this season, playing in front of the Victory home crowd. It's such a good atmosphere playing at home, and it's the better the atmosphere in the stadiums, the better the quality of the games. That's just a given. It gives you a boost, to the morale of the home team, but also a boost of energy to both teams. So I think it's vital that we get big crowds to the games and good atmospheres, and I'm really happy that we're getting that this weekend.